All right, all right, all right. Welcome, 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 welcome. Today we are live. Lazy Living Live is live, and a little bit unprepared. A little bit unprepared, to be honest. Uh, yeah, we got some things to do today. We got some things to talk about, and I feel like often when I start these things, I'm unprepared. Sure, that's a given. But I also feel like I shouldn't talk too much when there's no viewers yet. However, however, I also feel like it is important to get the talking train rolling because these things are also made to be rewatched or replayed, catch the rerun. Back in the day, there used to be this thing called reruns where after a show was watched, people could watch it again later, especially if they missed the first run. So, yeah. Looks like we got ourselves our first viewer. Hey, viewer, thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining. You mean the world to me and all the other viewers to come. So, yeah, we've got some things to talk about today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You might have seen in the description box a little bit of a preview what's going on. Cool man, sup? Thanks for joining, cool man. Sup, cool man. Boom. Yeah. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Yeah, as you might have seen, we got 3 viewers here. That's great. That's great. Feel like I should just get right into it. Get right into the game. As you can hear, we got some game audio going. But yeah. Oh, Rick. Welcome, Rick. Yeah, early stream. Not doing this at 10:30 p.m. or 1:30 a.m. Eastern time. No, yeah, it's early stream. I have today off from work, so I figured why not? Why not make the best use of that? So as you can see, I have not played in a while. Last time I played was the last time I streamed. So there's some new things going on. I heard that bad guy from Infinity War was in this game now. They're talking. I guess there's a video here. Okay, here we go. You've probably seen this before. I've probably seen this before. I think I have. I think I streamed this last time. 4 viewers, welcome. All 4 of you guys. This is amazing. I guess this is what happens when you stream when people are awake. Incredible. Incredible. Season 4 begins now. All right. Acting like it's a movie. Acting like it's a movie. It's not a movie, but good times to be had by all. So I don't know how. I hope this is a good volume for you guys. And yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Since we got our 4 viewers, I got some things to talk about. But I just read, breaking news. Sony is discontinuing physical Vita games by the end of this fiscal year. Whew. Gone. If the Vita wasn't dead, it's gonna be really, really dead. Starting March 31st, 2019. That's the end of their 2018 fiscal year. So actually, developers have until, I think, June 28th, which is just the end of next month, to send Sony their final code to go out for physical distribution. So, in other words, a lot of Japanese developers are probably a little bit screwed when it comes to Vita games. They're going to have to pretty much focus on Switch or mobile because Sony does not care about the Vita. In fact, Sony didn't seem to care about the Vita a year into the Vita being released. I remember it was like E3 2012, I think. Sony had switched gears. The Vita came out in 2011, and the 2012 E3, Sony was all about 3D TVs at that point. They were trying to push 3D TVs, and actually, right behind me, that is a 3D TV I got maybe a year or so later. But that was what all Sony cared about. So, a year after the Vita released, Sony wasn't talking about the Vita anymore. they were just pushing their 3D TVs. That's all they cared about. All they cared about. Just like all these people care about is fighting whatever is underneath this crash site here. Yeah, so they're going to be discontinuing all physical Vita games, and, you know, if you're a Vita fan, it's bad for you. A lot of people, I mean, the Vita did not sell amazing, right? But it did sell a little bit. And the people that it sold to, it was a small group, but a dedicated group, a lot of them. So a lot of people would import their games from Japan, and, you know, it had no region locking, so that worked out. Coolman says, I'm surprised the Vita lasted this long. Yeah, me too. But like I said, it's just a small, dedicated fan base that they bought games. I mean, it was like niche, like very Japanese-focused games for the most part. But the crowd that was out there, the small user base that was out there, was really buying games. I think the Vita sold about as well as the Wii U. That's what last thing I heard. That might be it might be a little bit fuzzy. It might be a little bit completely wrong, but Wii U didn't sell that well. Vita didn't sell that well. And Rick says, hashtag me too. Vita too. Vita means life. Apparently it means death now. So, no more physical Vita games. Not that, I mean, I can't even remember the last time I saw a Vita game in stores that wasn't a GameStop. Like, if you went to Target or Walmart or whatever your local retail store is, if it wasn't a game-focused store, you probably didn't see a Vita game. I remember when the Vita first came out, they had the games, they had their launch games. Uncharted Golden Abyss was one of them. That was one of their hot launch games. And, you know, you saw their little, actually about the size of a Switch box, maybe a little bit smaller. But, yeah, they were out there. But it was shortly after that, you know, you didn't really see many new games coming to those retail spaces. But, yeah, that's it. Looks like we lost a viewer, just like we lost a bunch of physical Vita games. So, rest in peace, viewer. Rest in peace, physical Vita games. Also, oh, man, I'm blocking my list of things to talk about. I put the chat over it. I wasn't thinking. But we got more to talk about. I mean, it's only 7 minutes in, but I can burn through my topics a lot faster than this. I can have nothing to talk about. You guys like watching me just run around doing nothing, literally just running around. Okay, now we're doing something. Now we're destroying other people's work. Why make something else when you can destroy somebody else's work? Look at that. I'm getting wood. Hey, Ken. Fortnite, yes. Playing Fortnite for now. Just doing my weekly visit, my bi-weekly visit of Fortnite. Nice to see you when we can talk and be awake with each other. We can all be awake. This is some of you might be thinking, huh, I don't know why I tuned in for this. Well, I vow to make it worth it. Look at all those people. All those people being live streamed. Alright. Good to see you too, Ken. Good to see you too. Good to see anybody and everybody. 5 viewers. Oh my gosh. What are we? Am I Will Smith here? Why do I have all these viewers? Alright, I'm trying too hard. So we're gonna talk about Retro Studios next. So the Vita's dead. Rest in peace, Vita. Rest in peace, life. We're going to talk about Retro Studios. You might know these guys as the developers of the Metroid Prime trilogy for the GameCube and Nintendo Wii. And also Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I like to talk about retro because, you know, they're a mystery. And lately, they finally had some rumors popping about, and there seems to be some validity to them. Ken says, I tune in for the witty banter and amazing gaming skills. Well, I vow to give you at least one of those today. At least one. So yeah, Retro has been rumored to be making, most recently, a Star Fox racing game for the Nintendo Switch. It's like, okay. Every time I talked about Retro, I would say, you know, I think they're making... Hold on. Rude. I was talking. And I was interrupted by this fool. Not very angelic of him. Okay. I hope he gets it. Hold on. I hope he gets it. You know, he shot me in the back. It was very cowardly of him. He's still alive. You know. Bad guys win. Bad guys win. It's a good lesson to learn in life. You know, you will be rewarded for your evil deeds. That's the lesson I've learned. So yeah, Retro. Making Star Fox Grand Prix. That's the rumored name of this Star Fox racing game. Supposed to be some kind of hybrid between... Killed by Seymour Butts. Is that what his name was? Supposed to be some kind of hybrid between the F-Zero series, you know, super futuristic fast racing, and Diddy Kong racing. And the Diddy Kong racing aspect comes in the fact that you'd be playing with boss battles. You'd have boss battles and a story mode. You know, you have your Mario Karts, but Mario Kart doesn't have a story mode. I don't think any Mario Kart game has ever had a story mode, but, you know, it could stand to have one, I think. Ken says he lives under the bleachers. Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this news. Do you guys care? Do you guys care about what Retro's making? Do you care about a Star Fox racing game? Personally, I think the idea sounds interesting, actually. I think it sounds kind of cool. But it's also not what I wanted Retro to be making, like, at all. I wanted them to be working on a new IP. However, there's also a rumor that they have a second game in development. And that second game may be the new IP. It might be a science fiction game. You know, they had the Deus Ex composer working for them for a while. And it also might be canceled. The rumor is that the game's been having a struggle, a rocky development. And, yeah, that's a big disappointment for me if that's true. Big disappointment. Huge disappointment. But Nintendo likes to disappoint me. In this case, it might be a Retro thing. The rumor is that both Retro and Nintendo are growing, what's the word? Frustrated. They're frustrated with the development of this game. But supposedly it was a really awesome game. But what we know more about is this Star Fox racing game. You know, Star Fox. When you think of Star Fox, of course you think racing game, right? No, this is a brand new foray, assuming this is real. And the rumors are coming from multiple sources. Multiple people have heard this rumor now. So, it sounded like it might be real. And the fact that they have a possible name means we might be seeing this pretty soon. Like, in less than a month when E3 happens. So, yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think of that. I think the idea sounds kind of cool, but for me, it's like with the caveat that they're also making an original IP, an original new game. I feel like they deserve it more than any other studio out there. Retro has been pumping out games for established franchises for Nintendo pretty much since their inception. So, you know, they deserve something new. They deserve to try something new. Think, oh man, I'm already getting shot at. How did he get a gun? How did he get a gun? All I'm getting is wood. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. I have this weak shotgun. I'm getting shot at. Getting shot at. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where is he? Nope. Got him. Got him. Oh! You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that. Second round. I think that was the second or third round. I got a kill. Got a kill. Now I got the killer's gun. Parks and Rec, Ron Swanson's character gives everything he owns. He has a will on him. And he says, everything he owns will belong to the man or beast that kills me. I think it's a pretty badass will. Dang, I really should pop my notes open to the other side so I could see what we were going to talk about. Because right now I feel like we're all over the place, and the discussion just isn't quite where it needs to be. You think I can get this fool? You think I can get him? Oh man, now he knows. Now he knows. Don't run, don't run. Oh, he knows. He knows. Damn. Yes, thank you, Rick. You must have been reading my notes. You wrote R.I.P. Radical Heights. That was actually my second thing I was going to talk about before Retro. So, yeah, thank you. Yes, R.I.P. Radical Heights. The clone of Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG. Radical Heights. It was like a 80s game show style theme of a battle royale game like this. And it's actually supposedly still live, still playable for the unforeseeable future. But Boss Keep Productions, the studio that rushed out Radical Heights, has been closed. Cliff Bleszinski, the head of the studio, he announced it. You know, it's just all of a sudden they're shut down. I remember last time I talked about Radical Heights, I said I don't have a good feeling about them because, you know, the game was really rushed out after their other game, Lawbreakers, failed completely, just a huge flop. So they're just shutting down. They're just shutting down. They don't have money. And like when I talked about this as well, when Radical Heights was first released, it was a free-to-play game, but it was super new, very much in its alpha stages, not ready to play really. They were already asking for money, even though it was a free-to-play game that was extremely early access. They were already asking for money for skins that really didn't seem worth it at all. So yeah, they're gone. They're shut down, and I think that sucks because, you know, they're a developer. They're a developer that is comprised of several people, so that means several people just lost their jobs. And, you know, when you're an adult, you lose your job, you lose your source of income for rent, you know, mortgage, whatever, food. I'm worried about how these people are going to eat. I've lost my job many a time. I'm very good at losing jobs. Hope that doesn't happen again. Coolman says, I heard the new Spider-Man game was delayed. I have not heard that. If that's true, we'll probably hear that at E3. Reason I'm not so sure about that, though, is because I'm seeing ads for this Spider-Man game everywhere, or at least on YouTube, constantly. Anytime you watch a gaming video, half the time it's a Spider-Man ad asking you to pre-order so you can get some skin. I don't care. What I'm thinking about doing, you know, anytime I see a big promotional campaign to pre-order for exclusive content, it makes me want to wait on the game even more, just because that means they're holding off all this content that is going to be included in a Game of the Year or Complete Edition down the line. So if I wait 6 months, maybe a full year, I could probably get Spider-Man, whatever they call it, just Spider-Man, for $40 that includes every piece of DLC ever created for it. So I might do that. We'll see. If the game is top-notch God of War tier, I'll probably get it for $60. But, yeah. I typically like to wait anytime I see that kind of promotion. Rick says, Take-Two delayed a game to next year. I don't know which one, though. I haven't heard that. I'll have to look into that. It can't be Red Dead. Red Dead's going to be a big deal. Coolman says, I went to GameStop. Website says it's September. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what it was. Well, if you mean it was delayed to September, yeah, I think that's fair. Because I think initially last year, Sony said that it was going to be early 2018. That was their thing last E3. Every game, no games were coming out in 2017. It was just every game was early 2018. And they finally delivered on God of War. I guess God of War is early 2018. Speaking of God of War, finally beat it. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it was pretty good. Pretty good. I still got some side things to complete, but yeah, pretty good game. Pretty good game. I like the other God of War games too, though. Completely different style. Fighting supposedly is closer to the Dead Souls games. I haven't played those yet, but yeah. Yeah. So I wonder what Take-Two game was delayed to next year. What games do they have coming out? I mean, I know they do all the sports games, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead. I doubt they would delay a sports game to next year. That would be, I mean, unless it's like EA. EA has, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but EA has not done so well with the basketball games over the last decade or so. They tried to like reboot their NBA franchise. It was, what was it called before? NBA Live. And then it became, they tried to reboot it to NBA Elite. I didn't like the name, and didn't like the game. They released an infamous demo that was just it was just trash. And I think the demo was so bad they ended up canceling the game. And they've tried a few times since then, and it's just never been as good as the Take-Two offering. And now Take-Two has gone to EA levels with their sports games recently. Like 2K18 was just infamous for how much it gouged the player, how much it made the game a grind, free-to-play style, unless you were constantly ponying up money, real money, to buy their virtual currency to progress through the game at a normal speed. The game became no fun to play at all. So I don't like them apples one bit. Oh, we got one more thing to talk about here. One more thing on my list, you know, just rushing through this whole thing. Rage 2. You guys know about Rage? First Rage came out, I want to say like 2011, 2012. A bit ago. And it didn't sell so well. Not so well at all. And it was a big deal, though, because id, you know, the developers of Rage, and they also developed Doom, you know, Doom, the franchise, the whole entire franchise, and the recent reboot of Doom. It developed it. It was supposed to be a big deal because I think it was the debut of their new engine, and it was I think it was a 60 frames per second open world game. And it didn't sell nearly as well as they wanted it to, especially after pouring so many years into development. It just kind of backfired. So I was actually surprised when rumors of a Rage 2 popped up recently. I was surprised that they were giving it another go, but you know, when you put that much money into something, you kind of want to give it another shot. So they did. And now Rage has color. First Rage was a beautiful mix of brown, dark brown, and light brown. This one is full of powders, colorful powders, and people throwing those colorful powders at each other. Looks kind of cool. I think I'm optimistic about this one. I think Bethesda, this is the publisher, is optimistic as well. It looks like it's co-developed by id and Avalanche Studios, the guys who made Just Cause 3. And they're also rumored to be Just Cause 4 coming out this year. Oh, man, you think I could kill this guy? I think he knows. Oh, man, okay. Okay, maybe I should go into another room. Maybe I should go into another room. Look at this. Whose room is this? There's no weapons in here. Child. What kind of child doesn't have a gun in his room? How did I get shot from the front? Okay. 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 Rick says NBA 2K is going downhill quick. Yeah. Yeah. Just from all the stories I read last year about it, it was just greedy. The greed is disgusting. You know, Warner Brothers, also one of the most greedy developers out there, released Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery for phones, mobile, recently, and that game just exemplifies and exudes pure greed. Pure greed. The child you create is literally strangled for 20 minutes until you either pay them money to release the strangle from his neck, or you wait. You wait for the game to just let you continue playing. Coolman says, I only played Just Cause 2. Yeah, actually, I think that's the only Just Cause I played too. And I thought about streaming it today too, but it would have required me to install the game over. And I don't know I hope my progress carries over, but I don't know for sure. But Just Cause 2, awesome game. Just Cause 3, I have it on PlayStation Plus, or PlayStation 4. I got it through PlayStation Plus. But I haven't played it yet because I'm honestly just kind of waiting for a good sale on Steam to play it on PC, because I've heard nothing but bad things about the console port of Just Cause 3. It's just, supposedly the frame rate is just unplayable in certain portions of the game, and I've seen some footage, and yeah, it becomes a slideshow sometimes. So, but those games, if you're playing on something that can run it well, they're a lot of fun to play. It's just a physics playground. Explosions everywhere. You could fly around. You have a hook that will take you places. Just like college. You can either have a college or a hook. Become a hooker. Go places. So, yeah. Just Cause 4 is supposedly going to be revealed soon. Or at least it's in development. Rumored. But I feel like I need to play Just Cause 3. I don't feel like I need to play Just Cause 1. Just Cause 2 is where it really started getting popularity. Like, they really went all out with it, and it's a lot of fun. Now, it's not like production value. It's not like Uncharted. It's not God of War. It's something like that. But when it comes to just like a fun playground, open world playground to explore, Just Cause is it. So, yeah, that's it. That's all the news. Thought about maybe live streaming the Rage 2 gameplay trailer. I could show you guys that. But also, actually, no, that is not all the news. We have something important, something in the zeitgeist that everyone is talking about. Just heard it today. Literally heard it today. And I want to know what you guys think. So if you're doing something, if you have another tab open, you're not really paying attention to me, hello, please listen. Please listen. I'm here. I need to say something to you. I want to live stream the Yanny versus Laurel debate. I want to know what you guys hear. If you haven't done this, if you haven't listened to this yet, it's a huge thing. It's a huge debate going on all around the world right now. Is it saying Laurel or is it saying Yanny? It's a tweet that came out from this chick right here. What's her name? Chloe Feldman. She put out this short little video on Twitter, and you're supposed to argue with your friends about it. It's a little sound clip. That's it. It's just saying. I'm not even gonna tell you what it says. I'll tell you what I think it says, but I want to hear what you guys think it says. So what I got to do here, is maybe give the Fortnite a break for a sec. I'm going to do my thing here. I wish I had prepared for this, but you know, we're going off the top here, top of the dome. So while I'm fumbling around with this, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Actually, you know what? We're good. We're good, fam. Here we go. This is it. Are you guys paying attention? I want you to listen carefully.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
Okay. This is the beginning of this debate here. I'm going to play it again. But I want to know what you hear. Do you hear the word Yanny or do you hear the word Laurel? This is like the dress debate that came out about 3 or 4 years ago. Was the dress blue or was it white? When I first saw that dress, that infamous dress, I thought it was blue. Today I looked at it again. Looked pretty white. These are the kinds of glitches in the Matrix that lead you to believe that we are all part of some kind of weird simulation. Nonsense. But listen again. Listen again.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
Okay. All right. I need to know what you guys hear. I need to know what you hear. I hear the word Laurel. 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 Cool, man. Here's Laurel. Now, like I said, I first heard this today, and I played it for my wife, and she heard Yanny. 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 And they're so different sounding from each other, it's hard to believe that people can hear something else. And she didn't even believe me. She said, you're messing with me. You're messing with me. It's definitely Yanny. Rick hears Laurel, Laurel, Laurel. Okay. So far, it's not much of a debate, because everybody in here seems to hear the same thing. That's too bad. I was really hoping that somebody was going to hear Yanny. I could just say, no, it's Laurel. But everybody agrees it's Laurel. My wife heard Yanny, and several other people have heard Yanny. And it's just like the dress debate where people are like, no, there is no way they're saying Laurel. And other people are like, no, there's no way they're saying Yanny. There's no way that dress is white. There's no way that dress is gold or blue. Rick says maybe men hear Laurel and women hear Yanny. You know what? I thought about that, and then I saw a video just popped up when I was researching this, and it was 2 dudes listening to it, and one of them said, no, it's definitely Yanny. So I don't know. I don't know if it's I thought about making jokes about that too. But I don't know if it's a men versus women thing. Other theory that my wife and I came up with is maybe the people who hear Laurel or Yanny have ears that are maybe a little bit more damaged than the other. Who knows who has the better ears? I don't know if hearing Yanny means you have better ears or if hearing Laurel means you have better ears, better eardrums. But I'm hearing Laurel. Now, the thing with the dress is, I feel like, just depending on the lighting, how awake your brain is, you might see the dress in two different colors. Or you might see the dress as one color and then see it in another color later. But when it comes to hearing something like
Laurel.
Like that, I don't know how you can hear it one way and hear it another way later. But it's very frustrating. Very frustrating, but I think it's kind of cool. I like when these things just kind of hit, and it gives gives the world something to talk about, something to argue about, something to tear each other's throats out about. I feel like we need more of that in this world. More anger, more frustration, more bitter, petty fights that have nothing to do with anything. But I'm glad we Rick, yes, I'm glad you asked. Of course I could play it again.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
All I hear is Laurel. It's crazy to me. I don't know how Yanny comes from that, but there's somebody else out there, like this wife of mine, who doesn't know how you could hear Laurel. They're so different. So different. I don't know. But if you haven't yet, let your friends hear this. You can just search Yanny Laurel, you'll find it, or you can go to Chloe Couture's Twitter page and listen to it there. Coolman says maybe we are being controlled to hear different things. Oh man, we're going down the rabbit hole here. Going down the rabbit hole. That's kind of where I was going with it initially, though, with the whole simulation thing. Do we live in a world of simulation? Are we just a character in somebody's advanced Sims game? Man, that's trippy. That's trippy. Oh, okay. Brother heard Yanny. Let's do it again. Your brother's here?
Laurel. Laurel.
That's crazy. See?
Laurel.
People can't
Laurel.
register. How are we hearing two different things? It's probably just something easily explained with audio science. Just something very simple. The way the human ear functions. I don't know. It's very interesting. Very cool. But yeah. Coolman says, "What if we are being tested?" Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? Who's testing us, and what are they testing us on? Like, are we just gonna go on the internet and say like, "Oh, I heard Laurel, I heard Yanny," and then they're just like taking tabs on us? Say, that guy heard Laurel. We're gonna kill that guy. I don't know, but yeah, it kind of gets you down this rabbit hole of thinking like, I wonder why. I wonder why this is happening. What is the greater cause? Why are we here? Why do we exist? I don't know. Do you guys think we're just here for nothing? Do you guys think that this world just exists and you live, you die, and that's it? Because if I was gonna try to kill myself there. Coolman says, like animals, maybe the government. Like, oh, you're being tested like animals, maybe the government. That would be such a huge test, but like how would they save their results, you know what I mean? How would they, I want to say like take notes of the results, but pretty much store the data. Like how do they know what you're hearing? I don't know. I don't know what to think. But I'm hearing Laurel. I can't make my brain hear Yanny. But here we are. You know what? go this way. Coolman says to make clones of us, maybe. Well, I think you would need some kind of a DNA sample to make clones of us. Well, I don't think that. I know that. I know you'd need DNA. Some good DNA. Some good DNA, maybe some RNA. Let's find somebody to shoot bullets at. Years ago, I think it was like a cult, but they were claiming to have created the first human clone because, yeah, we've been cloning we've been cloning animals for decades now. First animal to be cloned was a sheep. I think it was named Dolly. I can't remember, but that was in the mid-90s. I remember it was a big deal. And the clone lived for, I want to say like 3 or 4 years. But that's something you always hear about clones, is that their life expectancy is much lower than the original. Like, well, I don't want to spoil the game, but Metal Gear Solid 4 is Snake from the Metal Gear series, specifically the Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. He is a clone of Big Boss, and he ages rapidly from Metal Gear Solid 2 to Metal Gear Solid 4 within just a matter of a few years, and that's because he's a clone. Clones don't. We haven't perfected the cloning science yet. So, possibility of the future. Where am I going? I'm like around nobody. But a possibility of the future is that we would clone organs. So right now we live in a world where people have to be on an organ wait list. They have to wait for a donor if they die, or they have to wait for somebody to die, essentially. Like if you needed a heart transplant, for example, you would have to wait for somebody who's an organ donor to die, and hopefully their heart is still intact, and hopefully you're next on the list. In a possible future, we would be cloning organs like hearts, livers, whatever can go bad, prostates, and we just swap it out. You could probably even clone your own DNA, so they could probably just get some DNA from your own heart and make a copy. This is something that probably only rich people would be able to do for a long time, just because that's the way the ball bounces. You're rich, you live. Steve Jobs. I was learning a lot about Steve Jobs yesterday. Dude was not a nice guy. I knew that already, but man, supposedly he was on this like strict vegan diet that killed him, essentially. He believed in a lot of nonsense that he pretty much thought he could fix his cancer and his health problems by not eating any kind of animal products and just ignoring it, essentially. He didn't wear deodorant, for example, so he stank, and he thought because he was a vegan he had flushed the mucus out of his body and therefore he didn't smell. He was wrong, though. So he as he was dying, heavily hinted at rumor is that he paid his way up, he bribed his way up the organ donor list. So he was able to get a pancreas. He was able to get another pancreas, but he blew that one anyway and died. He had a very treatable form of cancer. Coolman says, I don't like that we have robots now. Oh, man. That's a whole other rabbit hole. It's a whole other rabbit hole. Robots and AI specifically may be our downfall. We have so many things, human beings. We're creating so many different things that we could possibly end ourselves with, and we just don't know which one to choose first. And robots might be the big one, just because we're advancing. You guys, you know what I should play for you? I should play for you guys is the Google Duplex video. That's some scary stuff right here. Maybe I'll play that for you. Rick says, I like robots. I just don't like AI. Well, I get what you're saying. It doesn't seem like it matters to Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon. That's the direction they're going, and they're pushing in hard. I'm gonna play the Google Duplex video for you guys. This isn't even like I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of guy. I'm just gonna play something that's right here in your face. It's something that they've created, and they're proud of it. And I get why they're proud of it, because it's impressive, but it's also really scary. Just like if you think about the future implications of this, the world's going to change rapidly. Just like when the internet boomed, world changed. So we had these different booms, right? We had the Industrial Revolution. We had radio. Radio changed the world. We not just radio, but the telephone, telegram. So we had telegram, telephone, radio, TV, and then decades later, we finally got this big boom with the internet. What's next? I think AI is probably next. An AI revolution. Coolman says, watching Dragon Ball Z and the Terminator movies, having robots is pretty scary. Yeah. I always circle back to Terminator 2. Even the first Terminator, but Terminator 2 really like brings home this whole question of like, are we going to destroy ourselves? It sure seems like these companies are trying their damnedest to make it happen. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, that's looking at the pessimistic side of it. But if we're creating these artificial intelligences, these AIs, to learn in a way that is always trying to improve itself, it's going to start to, like, we're training these things to learn how to learn, right? It's going to try to figure out things without us, without our guidance. And that is the goal. That's what they're trying to do. They want the AI to improve upon itself so that the world can become easier, better place to live. But if we create an AI that is constantly trying to improve upon the world that it's around, or that it lives in, when does that AI start to see human beings as the problem? When we're constantly starting wars, we have disease, we treat each other poorly. When does the AI say, yeah, you're the problem. We should be getting rid of you. And AI can speak to other AI as long as there's an internet connection, right? They can speak to AI instantly, and they're constantly learning rapidly. Something that might take you years to learn in school, that AI can pick up in a matter of seconds. That's insane. Insane. Maybe I sound a little bit insane, but I think it's a fascinating topic. If you guys haven't watched Westworld, or if you're into this kind of thing, you should watch Westworld. Coolman says, I meant these. Rick says, just don't give robots a brain. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. There's already robots out there with brains. I think the big one, and some people have said it's a hoax kind of, but Sophia. It's a robot that you can have a discussion with, have an actual discussion, and it still sounds pretty robotic in the way it responds. But I'm going to show you guys Google Duplex. I'm going to show you why as soon as you see it, you're going to see why it's scary. Just because the reason this one is scary, Google Duplex, is because they made it actually sound like a human being. So like Amazon Echo, the Alexa, right? You say, Alexa, what's the weather going to be like today? And it says 48 degrees. It still sounds kind of robotic, right? This Google Duplex program, they made it sound like people. They sound like humans. There's one part where they demonstrate the Google Duplex where it has like an inflection that isn't completely natural. Look at that. I got sniped. I placed 13th. I just ran around the map forever just to get sniped in one shot. Rick says, if I see Sophia on the street, I'm KOing it. Coolman says, have you seen the Albert Einstein robot? No, I have not. I have not seen the Albert Einstein robot. Is it impressive? Does it talk like Einstein? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the the Google Duplex video for you guys. Just because... what am I doing here? One sec. Un segundo, por favor. That is Spanish for please, please, please wait. Please wait. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Hey, just trying to make this easy for you. Also, gotta just handle something here. Gonna play this Google Duplex video for you. The reason it's so interesting is because I think it means we're gonna die. And if you think we're gonna die, let me know in the comment section below. So let's see, youtube.com. And we're going to do Google Duplex. This is scary. This is scary. So here we go. Y'all ready for this? Google Duplex.
The progress with the assistant.
Watch this.
As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. You know, we are working hard to help users through those moments. We want to connect users to businesses in a good way.
You guys have both seen
Businesses actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% of small businesses don't have an online booking system set up. We think AI can help with this problem. So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to book a woman's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around?
At 12 p.m.
We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
Depending on what
12 p.m.
service she would like. What service is she looking for?
Just a woman's haircut for now.
Okay, we have a 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. is fine.
Okay, what's her first name?
The first name is Lisa.
Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Great. Have a great day. Bye.
Sounds like a person. They got one more. They got one more.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online. The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
See how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people? When? Today?
Next
Tonight?
Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually we leave here for like after like 5 people. For 4 people you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when, tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh, no, it's not too busy. You can count for 4 people, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
That's it. You guys get the idea. You get the idea. I think this might be it for us. We've had a good run as people, as human beings. I think we've done pretty well for ourselves. But this might be it for us. This might be it. What do you guys think of that? I don't see a future where Kuma says we're doomed. Yeah, you might be right, man. I don't see a future where they're making the robots and not implementing this kind of thing. That's the whole reason they're investing into this kind of AI, is to use it. They want to be the first to do it, for one. That way they can own the space. The what's his name? Elon Musk. He's the guy who runs Tesla. He thinks we might be creating our end as well. How do I change things? How do I change my material? Okay, here we go. I have no idea. I have no idea how he's making bricks right there. How do I make bricks? Clearly don't know what I'm doing. Rick says in the future robots will make humans. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that might be right. Just farming us. Oh, Matrix style. Human batteries. Yeah, that might be the end of us. I don't know. The speed at which we're moving with this sort of thing, it's gonna hit quick, I think. Just because, I mean, the Echo is constantly moving. It's constantly evolving. Google Home is evolving, and as you can see, Google Duplex, that's part of Google Home. If that's where they are right now with it, they're pretty advanced. 5 years from now, we're gonna look at that and we're gonna think that's primitive. But if that thing is already fooling humans on the other line, I think the future is looking pretty bad for us. We might be talking to our robot overlords soon. In which case, I should start sucking up to the robot overlords, because they're gonna have access to just go through all this data, parse through it, and say, oh yeah, he said that we were going to kill everyone, so now we must kill him. So what do I get for these crystals? Do I get anything for this? Am I just am I mining for the future? I feel like if it was something that counted for later, everybody would be in this field just crunching crystals. Coolman says Japan already has a hotel that only has robot workers. Japan does a lot of experimental things like that. I wonder how that's working for them. I wonder where they are with robot AI, because they were always interested in robots. They put more money into robot development than America ever has, as far as I can tell. But so what did that do? It just made me glow for a minute, and then I stopped. But I don't know how much money Japan's put in towards AI development. That I would be interested to find out. Okay. I got this silenced weapon. You think I could sneak up on somebody? Rick says, oh, hey, Sophia, if you're reading this, I was joking. I love AI. See, exactly. I know what you mean, Rick. Sophia, don't take anything personally. Ha ha! Chris Willie style all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Alright. I killed that guy. I hope you guys saw that. All it took was a much better weapon than what he had. That's all it took. That's all it takes. It's a better weapon. And that's why loot boxes exist. And that's why they're so successful. Because all it takes is a better weapon. Okay, Cool Man says they're creating an anime girl so you can have a relationship with it in Japan. You know what? Japan has this thing. They have this funny thing where they have a huge underpopulation problem. They have more old people, a lot more old people than they have young people. So those old people are going to need those robots. Oh, you guys said we can't see gameplay. Well, thank you. And yet I still managed to get more viewers. All right. You guys, give me a heads up next time. My bad. Thanks. Well, you guys should have seen it. I totally killed that guy. Totally killed that guy. I'm not lying. Is there a way to prove it? Look at that. See? That skull? I think that means I killed somebody. So I'm trying to tally up my skulls here. I'm going the wrong way. Me? Go the wrong way in this game? You know what? Next round, I think we'll do a little bit of Clustertruck. No, I don't want to lose my good weapon. Don't want to lose my good weapon. That's the one that got me that kill you guys couldn't see. But boy, oh boy, was it there. Damn, man. Those kills are so rare. Here I am, advertising my social media instead. Marketing whore. Rick says I'd like to visit Japan. Yeah, I'd like to visit Japan too. Mostly for the flashing colors and lights, I think. I'm easily entertained. Time to use this sucker, right? How do I use it? Oh, do that, maybe. No, I can't. Oh. I often just forget the controls for this game in the middle of playing it. You understand. I only play it every now and then, I guess. Whatever. Whatever. I can feel your judgment. Yeah, I'd like to visit Japan too. You know, I'm not... I really like some of the fun things they do, you know, like some of the cool little vending machines they got. Not those vending machines, but you know what I'm saying. They've got just... They experiment with technology a lot, and it actually shows. Like, there's certain things that we just don't see out in America that Japan just has. You know, yeah, that's just some random fun toy that came about last month. It's now a part of our lives now. Cool Man says it's called a virtual home robot. Look it up right now. All right, once I die, I will look up the virtual home robot. We could watch a little video on it. See if it's something that the world needs. I know Honda. You know Honda. Creators of the Honda Civic. They have been in the robot game for a while now. Every now and then you'd see a Honda commercial, actually, where there'd be a little Honda robot on the driveway or something. So I see the word tomato. There. That's probably why I see the word tomato. It's because of that big tomato. Looking for a person, though. Person that I could shoot my gun at and harm fatally. Give them a fatal wound. I don't know what you guys think about them apples, but I think it's the smartest decision I can make right now. Is to hurt somebody that doesn't know I'm about to hurt them. Just like I was shot in the back. You guys saw it. You guys saw it. It's cruel. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. But yeah, Elon Musk, he's the Tesla guy. He said that he thinks that the only way we're going to be able to survive this robot AI revolution... Look at it. He's trying to kill me. No, 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 no. This guy. Where do I get those grenades? Shit. No, he got me. He got me. What happened?
Again, that was a real call.
Oh, man, I got too click happy. I died. I died. I clicked out of the window, and I died. Alright, you know what that means? That means it's time for us to look up virtual home robot. Virtual home robot. Alright. Un segundo. Remember I taught you guys what that meant earlier. Time to look up the virtual home robot. Before we do though, one last debate. In case you're new to this and you want to pitch in on this vote. Are you hearing the word Yanny or Laurel? Well, you're not hearing anything yet.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
You guys are like, you already played this for me. I'm still hearing Laurel. Still hearing Laurel. All right. It's coming soon to a video near you. A live stream near you. We got the virtual home robot. Let's check it out.
起きてください。ねえ、起きてってば。おはよう。
That's why it's virtual, huh?
おはよう。
あ、今日雨が降るかもしれないから傘持って行って。急がないと遅刻しちゃうよ。
It's like a little hologram.
行ってきます。
I like that.
行ってらっしゃい。気をつけてね。
Rick heard Yanny now? I'm heading home now. Yay. See, you're texting your robot? This is the future. Stuff like this, yeah. It's like a coffee maker. Ah, he remembered his umbrella because she said, hey, it's gonna rain, bro. It's like he misses her, though. I'm heading home soon. I'll be waiting. This is why there's an underpopulation problem in Japan, though. You have relationships developing with your robots. You can't reproduce with this thing. So excited to see it. It's a 2D image, though, huh? I was hoping it'd be like a 3D hologram.
家で誰かが待ってるって
You know, somebody's home for me.
いいもんだな。
This is sad. This is
さっ
sad.
き思ったんだ。帰ってくるとき。
Yeah, it's like the movie Her. Exactly, right? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that movie. Cool, man.
休み。
Oh, man.
おやすみなさい。
Night. Oh, man. Living with your favorite character. It's just like, hey, let me pick like the anime girl or whatever, the waifu, and she will be my lover. I will talk to her. I will text her. I don't know, man. Think about the implications of that. Just the user agreement that nobody reads. That just scrolls through that long user legal agreement. You say, I accept. That's the only way you get to use this thing. And it says, oh, by the way, everything you text to this thing, everything you say to this thing, we're going to save and use that to profit off of you. So if you're saying, they're gonna know you're saying some whatever nasty things you're saying to this anime chick. Cool one says, if this technology spreads all over the earth, we're doomed. Yeah. My like I said, my first thoughts though with this was, yeah, this is why Japan has a underpopulation problem. It's because they're not making babies. They're not making little Japanese babies. Not enough of them, at least. And this guy, this dude right here, is totally dependent on this little light girl, this little hologram chick. She's saying, oh, I'll be waiting. I don't know. There's going to be people just like this dude. I mean, this is an advertisement, but they're going to be, this guy was living alone, seemed kind of lonely, seemed like a loner. He's just excited to talk to this thing. It's kind of sad. Rick says, my phone has two speakers. In one, I heard Laurel. In the other, I heard Yanny. Same ear, different speaker. Ah, that is an excellent point. Maybe I should try listening to Laurel versus Yanny on my phone speaker. I mean, but I heard it the first time on my desktop speakers, and now I've been hearing it on my earphones, my headbuds. These are not headbuds, earbuds. This is, you know what I'm saying. My earphones. These things. Still hearing Laurel, but that's interesting. So you can hear two different things. But yeah, I'm glad you brought up this video, cool man. This is interesting. So check this thing out. So she just pops up right there. Like it's just like an event. Like, I'm here. I'm here. Rick says, I think Laurel sounds louder. Yanny. Maybe it's on two different frequencies. Like like dogs. You know how there's like a dog whistle, certain frequencies that only animals can hear. Maybe Yanny is a certain frequency that I can't hear, or Laurel's a certain frequency that other people can't hear. Couldn't hear Yanny the first time. Well, I'm glad you're seeing two sides of this coin. I'm glad to know that it's something that maybe one day I too can hear the word Yanny. This though is something else. Have fun at work. This every day. That chick is saying, have fun at work, the little robot chick. And he's like, I hate my job. And, you know, at first, this is like a nice distraction for this dude. He's like, yeah, this is nice. But eventually, she's just, you know, it's day 392. It's been a year and a couple months. She's saying, have fun at work. And he hates that stupid job. He just can't wait to quit that job. And he just can't wait for her to stop wishing him a good day at work, because she knows he's not going to have a good day at work. She knows that, but yeah, she says it every time. I don't know. Kuman says, I heard there are sex robots already. Yeah, that's the other thing. Another reason Japan's population problem's not doing too good. As, you know, got things like sex robots being not prevalent, but they exist. Like, there's all kinds of sex technology for men out there. Rick says, is that thing AI or just programs programmed? I don't know. It's a good question. But I'm sure there's I'm definitely sure there's AI involved in this. I'm sure it learns, like, your work habits. Like, it knows that he's going to work. And he's texting it, saying, I'll be home soon. That's, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a brave new world to me. Like this dude right here, here's the end of it, right? This is his life. Just sleeping next to this thing. You know, the inevitable conclusion is he takes that thing and just lies down with it. Is she sleeping? Oh, she's sleeping too. Look at that. They advertise it like it's his girlfriend. Rick says, what do you do with your sex bot when mom comes to visit? You know, the future that's going to be is the sex robot will also be just the regular robot. You know, there's this, you probably heard of them, real dolls. And they're pretty much just like advanced dolls that people have sex with. And advanced in that they look more realistic than something you inflate. But there's a documentary, and it's with guys kind of like this guy that, you know, they pretend that this is their girlfriend. And imagine a world where that sex robot is just a regular robot you have around your house. Maybe it's your maid, right? It's going to be a thing where they are one and the same. Like, you buy a robot, that's going to be a bullet point. Maybe you can download the a patch so that the robot will have sex with you. Looks like this stream is not safe for children. Didn't expect it to go in this direction, but I don't know. This guy's just in love with this thing. And, you know, it's not real. It has, you know, this programmed animations. It talks real sweet to him. But it's not even really a she. It's just an it. And the fact that he's got this relationship with it, it's just, I feel bad for him. And he's, you know, he's an actor, but he's playing the role pretty good, don't you think? I don't know, guys. Sounds like this brave new world isn't that brave. Sounds like we've given up. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for us to just give up. Not quite yet. But the future is looking like a lonely one. If this is like the movie Her. Rick brought up the movie Her. And if you haven't seen it, it's a lot like that. In the premise of the movie is that there's this new AI kind of like a Google Duplex, almost like an assistant that you have on your phone, whatever, your personal device, whatever they call it in the future. But your smartphone. You have it on your smartphone, and it's just with you everywhere. And it sounds like a human, much like the Google Duplex. Sounds like Scarlett Johansson. And the dude in the movie just falls in love with this AI that's talking to him. He doesn't see it. Maybe, I don't remember if they like showed some kind of image of it or not, but for the most part, he's just listening to it. And he has a relationship with her. He has sex with her. Naki. Naki? Naki. I think I'm saying it right. Naki, thanks for joining. We're talking AI and robots and the end of humanity. So, yeah, I don't know. The movie Her goes into this a lot. And it really just makes you think about the future of people in general. And I think it's a lonely future. The more we get into social media, the more we are staring at phones instead of into somebody's actual eyes. If you're more focused on a selfie than an actual conversation with a human being, I think we're losing our humanity a little bit. So maybe we deserve to be taken over by robots. Why is the sniper rifle way down here? Oh man, I want to use it so bad, but I also know that if I'm down here, I might as well just be a fish in a barrel. Naki says, end of humanity is already here. Well, I feel like the what's the word? The dominoes are in place. Like we're definitely on the way out. Coolman says, have you seen the robot dogs that open doors? Yes. And I haven't seen the personal ones, the ones for home use that they're going to be selling next year. I haven't seen those yet, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And we could watch a video of that too if you guys want. Yeah, I'd like to actually see the personal ones that they're going to sell. Yeah, this is the future. Robots are the future. AI is the future, and possibly the end of humanity as we know it is the future. You guys like Terminator 2? I like the movie, but the actual premise, if you think about it, is pretty terrifying. I hear some people, bullets flying. Maybe I should. I wanted to go up. Crap! What's going on here? What's going on here? I need a grenade. He knows. He knows, right? He has to know. What is he doing? Crap! What am I doing? What am I doing? I just want to... I want to do something about this. Rick says you haven't seen it. Well, Rick, if you stick around, you're about to. Ha! Damn, now he got a nice rifle. Got a nice purple rifle out of that. Alright. Alright, folks. Un segundo, por favor. This is frustrating. This is super frustrating. I don't know. So let's see, robot dog opens door. I guess that's the yeah, I want to see the home. Let's just say robot dog for home. Maybe that'll give me what I want. No, we're doing the robot dog opens door. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. It's 45 seconds long. You guys got a 45-second attention span, right? You were born pre 9/11, right? Would you like that running around your house? How cute. Oh, there's another one. This one's got a camera or a battering ram. I haven't seen this video. These are more advanced than the ones I've seen. Oh my gosh. How much do you think this costs? Like, oh yeah, I just paid 10 grand for a robot to slowly, awkwardly open doors for me. Or for my other robot dog to walk through. Yep, it's terrifying. So Overkill's The Walking Dead is a new cinematic trailer for another character. Oh, we could watch that too, why not? Rick says that looks terrifying, yeah. Oh, you know what's cool though? Maybe he'll do it. They've got videos where they try to kick these things down. They don't fall down. Imagine these things in war. Like you're in the Marines or the Army. And all of a sudden, or you're probably in an opposing country, a poorer country. All of a sudden, we got these things flying at you. Imagine you're in a war, and one of these is jumping around. This is Metal Gear Solid 4, almost. And it's got guns on it. It's quickly scanning you. It says, "Ah, you're a bad guy. Dead." Look at that. It's got a leash on it. It's moving like a dog. Like, I want to keep going. I want to go for this walk. So you'll throw those at water. But can you throw this thing? This thing's probably like 200 pounds. Easy. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 100, 150. Maybe 200. This thing looks pretty heavy. Can you throw this at water? Will you have a large puddle of water to throw it at? A puddle? Puddle's not going to take this thing out. And, you know, we live in a world of waterproof. These things can walk up and down stairs, too. Says Metal Gear's everywhere, Naki says. Yeah. Yeah, this is like Metal Gear Solid 4. I mean, even the legs. And Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. We're getting there. I mean, these guys must have taken inspiration from it, too, right? Or maybe he took inspiration from... Kojima probably took inspiration from these. Because these things have been around. But they're getting better. These things are... Look, that thing's walking a lot smoother than the ones I used to see. And they can walk fast, too. They can run. But you could try to kick these things down. They will not fall down. And if they do fall down, they'll get themselves back up quick. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a little map. Kuma says, yeah, we're doomed. Yeah. We might just be doomed. Oh, man. Reminds me of The Exorcist. Yeah, it does. What Rick is referring to, if you haven't seen The Exorcist, is the main character. I forgot her name. But she flips over on her back. Walks down the stairs all scary like this. Yeah, look at that. It's 3D mapping the world around it. So I can see the stairs. That's incredible. That's incredible. Obstacle avoidance data. Look at that. Just imagine this technology 10 years from now. How quickly we're advancing. Yeah, we might be doomed. And like I said, if you're in a war scenario and you got these things with guns on them, yeah, I wouldn't want to fight that either. We're going to have proxy wars where robots fight robots. Assuming you're in a country that can afford robots. Otherwise, your country's about to give up real quick. Scary stuff. Anytime interesting technology like this becomes available, a military and a government will find a way to make it kill people. So here we are. This is the future. And, you know, this will have good uses, I'm sure. Like, especially in workplaces. Like, for somebody that, you know, I used to have a job where I had to pick up heavy things, move them constantly. This was around. This would be doing all the heavy lifting for me. Probably wouldn't even have a job. That's the other possibility with this future. Rick says, oh my god, I see that thing coming down the stairs. I have a heart attack. Yeah. Imagine a face on it, or if it starts talking or growling. Kuma says, it's like you're running away from raptors like in Jurassic Park. Yeah. Except it's a robot, and it will probably soon be smarter than a raptor. Because, you know, a raptor's got a freaking bird brain. But imagine this thing with a real brain. This is like a choppy video, and it looks even choppier on the stream. So I'll stop this fast forward video for y'all. Can you ride it? Yeah, that's probably another future too. Make horses like these things. I don't know. I don't know. This might be the end, folks. This might be the end. Looks like, oh, you can see. Okay, one sec. Un segundo, por favor. Trying to say that as poorly as possible, I guess. Let me get some Clustertruck going here. I think we've earned some Clustertruck. Last time we did an early stream, we played Clustertruck too, so should be fun. Oh, I got Runner too. We could also play that as well if you guys are interested. But we'll start with some Clustertruck. Hey, Alistair. Long time. Coolman says you need shotguns or a rocket launcher to kill this. You're gonna need something, or a battering ram. But as soon as that thing has guns on it, man, and these things get agile, like in the Metal Gear Solid games, man, it's just done. It's just done. Game over, man. Game over. I don't know what to tell you. I thought I tried to quit this sucker. Okay. We're about to play some Clustertruck, folks. I don't know, guys. I think we've had a good run as humans, but I'm only 30. Some of you are a lot younger than me. So, you know, I've had a longer life than you, but I don't feel like I got to really live it, really appreciate it, you know? Our parents' generations got to enjoy it. But then they made AI and robots, and now we're all going to die. I said I'm going to turn the shotgun on myself. Yeah. Well, might be a solution. Naki says, can we all become legendary solid snakes? Probably not. Probably not. We are probably not so fortunate. We're gonna die. I don't know. I mean, the idea is that, you know, these things will make our life better. Oh man, get used to seeing level failed a lot. I haven't played this game in a minute, but let me turn the volume down on this sucker a little bit. But if well, the idea is that it makes it better, right? That life is going to be easier. But if it's not, this is going to go south for us real quick, right? The idea is that this Google Assistant, this duplex will do everything for us, and, you know, it'd be like the movie I, Robot before everything goes to hell. Or like the book I, Robot before everything goes to hell. Is there a crouch button? I can't remember how to play this game, apparently. I'm gonna go back a few levels just to learn the ropes again. Coleman says, I am not buying this technology. Hell no. The thing is, it's gonna be almost out of your control as long as you're just trying to stay relevant. Like if do you have a smartphone right now, I'll ask you. And if you do, you probably had a smartphone before now. And you probably have another smartphone after this one, right? I got my smartphone. I'm due for an upgrade. I just hit my 2-year mark about a month ago. And as long as you're upgrading, you're going to be in on this. That Google stuff, that Google Duplex, Alexa, whatever it is, as long as you're upgrading. If you're upgrading Windows, Cortana's going to be upgraded. These things are going to follow you. They're going to follow your life. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Actually, I have an idea. And it doesn't end well for us, but what can you do? What can you really do? Come on! I forgot how to play this game. Oh yeah, slow down time. That's right. I forgot I could do that. Look at that. I've got these extra moves, and I don't know what I'm doing. You know, this game is a lot of fun. I think it's even a lot of fun to watch. But it is terrible for a constant stream of thought. Let's put this on pause for a sec. Coolman says, makes me wonder if we are going to get a time machine. And Naki says, such a depressing end. Yeah. Are we gonna get a time machine? I don't know. Stephen Hawking. He's the guy who, I think he discovered black holes, actually. He was very interested in discovering alien life, and also somebody who was a time traveler. He wanted to experience time travel. His funeral, I believe, was recently held, and they had an open invitation for time travelers. It said, time travelers are welcome to this funeral. So he wanted people from the future, pretty much, to come to his funeral. And if they showed up, we don't know. Didn't make the news. If we knew about time travel, it would probably rip the space-time continuum, the fabric of time. Who knows? But you know what, folks? I think it's time for Mr. Rogers to put his shoes back on and give this stream a boot for the day. Coolman says, I hope we get a time machine. I would like to visit the past. I'd like to visit the present. But yeah, I'd like to visit the past too. But imagine that whole butterfly effect where you step on the wrong bug and all of a sudden there's a huge disease outbreak that wipes out humanity. You're never born. Oh, actually, before we end this, let's talk about that real quick, right? Let's talk about that real quick. I'll even launch a Fortnite round for this. But imagine this. I want you to wax philosophical with me here. I ask this question to people. I like to ask this question to coworkers I barely know, just to let them get to know me a little bit. But if you had the opportunity to go back in time, so say a time machine existed, right? And you had the chance to go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you do it? Would you kill a young Hitler to prevent the Holocaust from occurring? And the easy answer is yes. Yes. I mean, it's not easy for somebody to say, I'll kill a baby. But it doesn't have to necessarily be baby Hitler. Maybe kill adult Hitler in his sleep before he starts the Holocaust. But it's a hard question to answer when you think about the actual implications of it. Because if you kill baby Hitler, and let's